Now we will study revisiting irrational numbers. Only this topic I'll explain today. Okay. Now, as you all know, what are irrational numbers? Which are in the form of under root 2, pi, all these type of numbers are irrational, and non-reoccurring, non-terminating decimal numbers, they are also irrational.
Which cannot be written in the form of PQ.
PQ are rational numbers, na? Which are written
Which
in the form
cannot
of,
be written.
which cannot be written in the form of
Not
PQ, you can say. Yeah, that is correct. Now, let's see the first theorem, that is, let P be the prime number if P divides A. Actual theorem is, so again it's not correct over here. I'm stating the actual theorem. Let P be a prime number if P divides A square. This is actually A square. Then P divides A where A is a positive integer. I'm explaining this now. Mic close कर दो please, all of you. वॉइस किसको नहीं आ रही है? वॉइस जिसको नहीं आ रही है वो अपने उसमें से हैंड्स फ्री वाला वॉल्यूम ऑन करे, उसका वॉल्यूम ऑफ है, ठीक है? नाउ ओवर हियर, ध्यान से देखो ये क्या स्टेट करता है. This theorem states actually that if P is divided by A, is divisible by A, then P square is also divisible by A. अगर P A से divide हो सकता है तो A भी हो सकता है. Similarly, if A is divisible by P, then A square is also divisible by A square भी P से divide हो सकता है. This is this theorem. अब how we will be using this theorem? Let's see that. We have a irrational number that is under root 2. सबसे smallest irrational number, basic irrational number इसे मान सकते हैं, that is under root 2. And we have to prove that this is a irrational number. अभी तो हम लोगों ने कहा है कि irrational number. How do you know that it is irrational? कैसे इसको state करो कि irrational है? ये तो बस मैंने state कर दिया है. Now you have to prove that it is actually a irrational number. How you will start it out? First step, we'll take let under root 2 is a rational number. Vasu, please close your video. Otherwise, I have it again. First step is let under root 2 is a irrational number. Then under root 2 will be equals to A by B. We have to write it, either you can write P by Q or A by B, whatever you feel convenient. I'm writing it out. Under root 2 equals to A by B. Now next, B under root 2 will be equals to A. B under root 2 equals to A. Squaring both the sides, B square 2 equals to A square. B square 2 equals to A square. You can also write it like this: 2B square equals to A square. This states that A square is divisible by 2 and A is also divisible by 2. If A square is divisible by 2, that means A is also divisible by 2. अगर A square divisible हो सकता है, then A is also divisible by 2 by the theorem 1.3. किस theorem से हुआ ये? By the theorem 1.3. Now next, we'll consider, let a equals to 2c. Let a equals
सर
to
इसमें
2c. Yes,
सर
बोलो.
इसमें सर इसमें हमें अंडर रूट 2 को पहले रैशनल नंबर कंसीडर करना है.
हाँ, हमें प्रूव करना है that it is irrational. We have to prove that under root 2 is irrational. तो हमें प्रूव करना तो पहले हम
कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस
इसको
करेंगे.
कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन, हाँ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन से करेंगे. तो फर्स्ट वी आर कॉन्ट्रडिक्टिंग इट आवरसेल्फ ओनली. हमने मान लिया कि irrational है ही नहीं है. We are taking it as under root 2 is
रैशनल.
rational. Okay.
ओके.
Now what we have considered, let a equals to 2c. यहाँ से जो a आया था, we have considered that a equals to 2c. a divisible by 2 है, तो a क्या होगा? एक even number. तो वो even number किस फॉर्म में लिखा है? 2c. Is it clear? कल पहले पढ़ा था हमने how we will write even numbers in the form of 2a, ठीक है, 2x, 2c, whatever you want to write. How we write odd numbers? 2a plus 1, 2x plus 1, or 2 any variable plus 1. So this is divisible by 2, so we are writing it as 2c. Next we will write the above equation as this equation number 1 we will write as 2b square equals to 2c whole square. This will become 2b square equals to 2c whole square. Hence, or next, 2b square equals to 4c square. Then 2 will get cut. B square equals to 2c square. What this shows? B square equals to 2c square shows.
So today also class will remain only for half an hour.
Yeah, today also. From tomorrow it will be for 1 hour. B square equals to 2c square. This shows that B square is divisible by 2 and B is also divisible by 2. Hence, A and B both are divisible by 2. अब क्या हो गया? A और B दोनों ही divisible हो सकते हैं किससे? 2 से. This contradicts our statement as A and B can not have any common factors. If they are in rational form, they must not have any common factor. उनके कोई common factor होना ही नहीं चाहिए. But यहाँ पे दोनों 2 से divide हो रहे हैं, मतलब दोनों के अंदर क्या है? Common factor. Therefore, under root 2 is irrational number. Is it clear to everyone? Chat में yes लिख दो.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
एक बार और समझा दो,
Yes,
समझ
sir.
नहीं आ रहा मुझे.
Okay, I'm explaining it again. First step यहाँ से देखो क्या किया हमने. First we have to show that under root 2 is irrational number. So how we have started? We have let under root 2 is a irrational number. First step क्या लिया? That under root 2 क्या है? एक irrational number. So if it is irrational, then it can be written in the form of a by b. So under root 2 equals to a by b. Next, under root b under root 2 equals to a. b इधर चला गया तो b under root 2 equals to a. Squaring both the side. हाँ देव, तुम जिसका भी देव नाम से है. यस, वी आर टेकिंग दिस को प्राइम है, तभी तो इसके बीच में कोई कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं होगा एक्सेप्ट 1. बोथ विल बी प्राइम. तो इनके बीच में कभी भी कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं होगा. देन ओनली इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज रैशनल नंबर्स. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट, स्क्वायरिंग बोथ द साइड. b square 2 equals to a square. b square 2 equals to a square. It will becomes 2b square equals to a square. We can write it like this. Over here, what we get to know that b square equals to a square by 2. ठीक है, और ये कब पॉसिबल है? Only when a square is divisible by 2 and a is also be divisible by 2. a square और a दोनों अगर b से 2 से divisible हो सकता है, तभी ये चीज this thing is possible. As this statement states that both a square and a is divisible by 2, therefore we'll take a equals to 2c. We'll take a equals to 2c. Next, when a equals to 2c in equation 1, putting a equals to 2c, we get 2b square equals to 2c square. Now
ये कैसे आ
squaring
गया 2b square equals to 2c square?
from equation 1.
Sir, but equation 1 तो 2b square equals to a square है.
हाँ तो बेटा instead of a we are writing it as 2c. That is
2c को अच्छा ठीक है सर, आगे
2b square equals to a square, where a equals to 2c. a को क्या लिया हमने? 2c. Now next, 2b square equals to 4c square. 2 से 4 cancel होगा, क्या बचेगा? b square equals to 2c square. Now next, we got b square equals to 2c square. Again this will show, ये क्या show करेगा? That b is divisible by, b square is divisible by 2 and b is also divisible by 2. This statement actually shows that b square is divisible by 2, therefore b is also divisible by 2. Hence a and b both are divisible by 2. First हमने क्या prove किया था? That a is divisible by 2. Now we have proved that b is also divisible by 2. Okay. If both are divisible by 2, that means they have a common factor 2. And this actually contradicts our statement because a and b क्या है? कोई प्राइम, इनके बीच में कोई भी common factor नहीं होना चाहिए. But they are having a common factor that is 2. Therefore, under root 2 is a irrational number. ये हमारे statement को क्या करता है? Contradict that under root 2 is rational number. अब clear है सबको? इसका एक बारी smart view देखते हैं क्या है. This is your theorem. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Now next, if we have to prove the same for under root 3, what we will do? Under root 3, under root 5, under root 6, like say exercise number 1.3, question number 1. That is to prove that under root 5 is irrational. Now we have to prove that under root 5 is irrational. So again, how we will start? First,
Let root 5 is a rational number.
first step क्या होगा? Let under root 5 is a rational number. We have let it is a rational number.
Rational number.
Yeah. Next, if it is rational, then under root 5 can be written in the form of a by b, where a and b both are co-prime numbers and
Prime.
b is never equals to 0. B is never equals to 0. Now, under root 5 b equals to a, rearranging this will get this, and squaring both the side will get 5b square equals to a square. And what we'll get from here? We'll get that a square is divisible by 5. Therefore, a is also divisible by 5. If a is divisible by 5, a square is divisible by 5, that means a is also divisible by 5. Now next, hence what we'll consider a? A को क्या consider करेंगे? That a equals to what? क्या करेंगे a को consider? 2c, 3c, 5c. What? a 5 से divisible है तो क्या consider करेंगे इसे? Tell me fast.
Sir, 5c.
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 a equals to 5c exactly. अब जिससे divisible है उसी तो consider करेंगे. Number will be 5c. Now, this is equation 1. From equation 1, we get 5b square equals to 5c whole square, putting the value of a equals to 5c in equation 1. Then 5b square equals to 25c square. From here, we'll cut this and we'll get b square equals to 5c square. Again, what it will show? b square equals to 5c square will show you that c square is divisible by 5 and therefore b square is divisible by 5, hence b is also divisible by 5. Hence a and b both are divisible by. This contradicts our statement which we have assumed that under root 5 is a by b. A upon a and b cannot have any common factor other than 1. So this contradicts our equation. Hence, under root 5 is a irrational number. Is it clear? Okay.
Sir, आ गया.
Okay, very good. Now next. Over here. अब इसमें next questions क्या आते हैं? If there are numbers like this over here, 3 plus 2 under root 5. If the number be like this, number be like question number, what is question number 2? Question number 2. 3 plus 2 root 5 to show that it is irrational. If the question is of 2 marks or 3 marks, then you do not need to prove that under root 5 is also irrational. हम इसमें क्या मान लेंगे that under root 5 already irrational है. ये prove नहीं करना. If it is of 2 marks or 3 marks. If it is of 4 marks, then you have to prove that under root 5 is irrational. पहले under root 5 जो ऊपर irrational prove किया है, उसे prove करोगे, then you will start this. Let 3 plus 2 under root 5 is irrational. ठीक है? Sorry, is rational. Is rational. Therefore, 3 plus 2 root 5 equals to a by b. We can write it in this form. And this will become 2 root 5 equals to a by b minus 3. Under root 5 will be equals to a minus 3b upon 2b. Okay. But as we proved above, अभी ऊपर हमने प्रूव किया है that under root 5 is irrational. Therefore, this contradicts our statement hence 3 plus 2 under root 5 is irrational. Hence ये क्या होगा? Irrational. ठीक है? But to अगर इसमें ये नहीं दिया हुआ है, अगर सिर्फ just 2 marks का है, then instead of proving it, you can say, as we know that under root 5 is irrational, therefore the whole is also irrational. Hence, there are this contradicts our statement and our assumption is wrong. And 3 plus 2
सर एक
under root
क्वेरी है
5 is irrational.
सर
बताओ.
सर अगर अगर 4 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आता है तो हमें अंडर रूट 5 को क्यों प्रूव करना पड़ेगा? तो ऑब्वियसली बात है इरेशनल है, हमें पता है.
नहीं,
क्यों
वो यही
करेंगे?
तो then we have to state. अभी तो हमने ऊपर इसको recently अभी इससे पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में अंडर रूट 5 को मैंने irrational प्रूफ किया है. 2 marks का है तो हम इसे स्टेट कर सकते हैं. But it is, if it is of more than 2 marks, then we cannot state that it is irrational. Okay.
तो तब भी हमें पता तो है कि ये इरेशनल है.
हाँ, you know it is irrational, but इस chapter में तो ये proof करना है that irrational number is actually irrational. How do you know that under root 5 is irrational? This is what we are stating, na? This is what we are proving. Okay, is that clear? Now, you'll try question number 3 at home. Similar है?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, you can ask.
Sir, NCERT के पेज नंबर 13 में लास्ट में दिया है कि the sum or difference of a rational and an irrational number is an irrational number.
Yes, yes.
सर तो हम उसकी हेल्प से यहाँ ये जो क्वेश्चन है 3 plus 2 under root 5.
हाँ, कर सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
लेकिन 2 under root 5 है ना? Sum and difference
Yes, sir.
of irrational दिया हुआ है उसमें. Rational and irrational.
So first we can prove that 2 under root 5 is not rational.
हाँ,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly. That also can be done. वो भी किया जा सकता है. Is it clear? Okay. So your class is about to get over.